going on, everybody? Decided to do a quick video, answer one of the top questions that I get on YouTube and IG. Which supercharger to get, the MercRacing 1900 or the Kraftwerks kit? Now, when I first got into the research of going turbo and supercharger, and then once I decided that I wanted to go supercharger, I had to decide, did I want to go Kraftwerks, which at a price point is cheaper, or go with a positive displacement supercharger kit, going with MercRacing. Now, to some of you guys, it might sound very biased because I am sponsored by MercRacing. They've done, sponsored mean they've created custom parts for a discounted rate, or do installs at a discounted rate, or just giving me, we did experimentation on certain parts to go with the supercharger kit. So by no means has anything that I've done with MercRacing has been completely free. I still had to pay, you know, I've provided them a lot of money. So anyways, I don't want to seem like I'm biased on them, but if I had to choose, I would always 100% go with the 1900 MercRacing kit. Reason why? First thing I tell people is this: what's your power goal? What is your range? If you want to push anything between 350 to 400 with a great torque curve, go with the MercRacing. The Kraftwerks kit, basically, to me, a Rotrex is worst of both worlds. It acts like a turbo, so your power's at the top end, but it has a parasitic loss of a supercharger, and you get shit on the bottom end. So, to me, I don't like this. It's not Rotrex, sorry. Take that back. Centrifugal, my fault. The centrifugal kit, I just don't like how they perform. If you go to any dynograph with the Kraftwerks, for example, go to LHT Performance. They've installed a lot of Kraftwerks kits for the 9th gen. They roughly make about 350 wheel horsepower. Go there, screenshot the dynograph, go to my IG or go to my previous videos, screenshot mine and do a side-by-side comparison. You will see I'll make more torque and horsepower at the low end, and my torque curve, once it spikes up, it is completely flat all the way to red line. So basically how the MercRacing kit feels is more of like a V8 versus a traditional Honda where all the power comes up top. So if you guys want to keep the traditional, I guess, Honda feel for it, where everything gradually goes up, go with the Kraftwerks. But at the end of the day, people want power, people want to feel like they have power. And for example, go to a Kraftwerks reaction videos. It's on YouTube. Or go racing videos. A lot of them don't beat a lot of cars. They just don't. It's just because their power curve and their power delivery is lacking at the low to mid end. Everything is just on peak. So if you have a 350 wheel horsepower Kraftwerks kit, and you have 350 wheel horsepower MercRacing, the MercRacing will destroy it. So even with cars, when I was used to race with turbo cars with the same power, I would kill them because my power band is such wider than a lot of these turbo cars. Now, I'm not talking about cars that have 1,000 horsepower. I'm talking about similar power levels. What else? Sorry, it's fucking hot outside. I'm sweating like balls. I'm just trying to make this video quick. Yeah, at the end of the day, look, MercRacing kit, definitely have to get an aftercooler kit with it. It is going to cost you a little bit more, but it's been a reliable kit for me. I've had the 1900. I've recently upgraded to 2300. Never had an issue. And I was pushing 384 wheel horsepower and like 312 wheel torque on like 18 pounds of boost on the 1900 for over a year and a half on a stock motor and stock transmission. It's only recently where I went over the 400 range. I upgraded the transmission, rebuilt the motor. So now currently, as you guys know, I'm pushing 553 wheel horsepower and 411 wheel torque. And I got another dyno on the 31st where I'm swapping out injectors, get bigger injectors to try to hit the 600 wheel horsepower range. But yeah, like I said, guys, in my opinion, if you had to choose between the two, I would get with the MercRacing. Especially if, you know, if price, look, when you're going boost, don't go cheap. But if you're really like struggling, like, hey, I really need to cut costs here and there, You can get the Kraftwerks, but don't expect anything great. You're not going to beat full bolts on Evos unless you upgrade the pulley and go ethanol and stuff like that. You're just not, man. I've seen too many of them where they disappointed me, and I was very disappointed in the Kraftwerks, and that's just my personal opinion. But anyways, guys, that's the video. Till next time.